Hello folks, I'm Matt and you are watching One True Nerd. Welcome back to Return of the Rovers, up to episode 6 now. So, what's been going on since the last game? Transfer window closing and me going a bit crazy. Loco. You may remember me saying something along the lines of,
right, this is important because this guy was getting bids from everyone. He's got really good potential. He could be another Jason Lowe. Well, we don't need another red card merchant.
Well, that kind of went out the window because Stoke and Leicester came in for Joe Joyce and they both were willing to pay silly amounts of money and he went to Stoke. So he's now gone. I did say I wasn't too keen on getting another Jason Lowe, but there's a decent sell-on percentage, so hopefully we won't lose out too much if he does actually reach that potential. I didn't even see this guy in the reserves or the under-18s, and all of a sudden Leicester just come out of the blue with a bid for him. We don't have an awful lot of money. The club is in a lot of debt still, so I figured I'd cut my losses, and the guy was worth 50k. Irrespective of what his potential is, I got the best part of $1 million for him. And another surprise was Hope Akpan. Hertha Berlin coming in with a ridiculously low bid. I think it was 1.2 million and he was worth 1.6. So I added an extra $1 million to that and he went. 2.2 million for a player that could be easily replaced is pretty damn good in my eyes. To offset the youth players who are never going to get a game but also cover the midfield. And I also realised I'm a bit light in defence. I brought in Isaac Hayden on loan from Arsenal, who gives me some great options. He can play as a centre-half, which is really where I intend to play him, but he can also play in defensive midfield. Since the last Livecom game, which was the 0-0 draw against Fulham, we've gone on a 4-game winning streak. The win in the Capital One Cup second round against Walsall was a bit more difficult than we would have liked. The team got an absolute bollocking at half-time and they turned it round. Millwall was a crazy game. In fact, let's have just a quick look at that. Grant Hanley got sent off in the 24th minute. We were already struggling against Millwall anyway, but then we got a goal from a set piece from Jordan Rhodes with Millwall equalising at half-time, and then the game completely changed. Millwall getting 2 of their own players sent off. So we actually had the upper hand in numbers, and we scored later on in the second half. The 1-0 win at Watford were top. Were being the operative word because now we're top. We're only 7 games in. I'm not getting carried away. Do not worry. Unbeaten in 7 league games. Not too shabby. So I'm sure you're all dying to find out what tactic we've plumped for now and how many games are we going to stick with that one. I'm sorry, it's boring. It's 4-4-1-1, but it really seems to complement the players that we have. So what I've been doing as I've been playing, so the first time I played this sort of tactic was when I was a man down. So I just had Jordan Rhodes up front on his own, dropping into the hole where the number 10 would normally sit so that he wasn't completely disconnected from the midfield. But each game subsequently, now I've had the extra midfielder there, I've started tweaking things gradually. So each game I'll make one change, just one change, so then I can see what effect that has. Now in the last game, I noticed that the left-hand side was a lot more creative than the right. So I've changed Ben Marshall from being a winger to a wide midfielder because Ben Marshall's dribbling ability isn't fantastic. As he was played as a wide midfielder attack for them quite a bit of last season, I figured I'd do the same again. And I also noticed when looking at the average positions, there was quite a large gap between where Ben Marshall was playing. He was kind of up here. In fact, I can show you on the heat map. So we've got the average positions from the Watford match up here, and the right midfielder seems to be a little bit further away from the attacking midfielder when compared to the left midfielder, to my eye anyway. But what I'm hoping we'll do with the change from winger to wide midfielder will allow him to tuck in that little bit more, so he's a little closer to the people he's going to be supplying either the crosses or the passes to. But we've also gone with a very fluid team shape so that the team is all bunched up and close together. That seems to be going okay as well. We're not conceding too many chances. A team instruction which is clearing the ball to the flank. So rather than pumping it up to Jordan Rhodes because he's not great in the air, and Bamford is better but not much better, and I want them to be on the end of the cross. I don't want them to be the ones sort of pushing out into the channels and then be the ones doing the crossing, because their crossing isn't great and they can't dribble. So Why do I want my goal scorer out of the goal area? Naturally, if we're going to counter-attack, the ball will get cleared out wide and then it will come back in. So that's the theory behind it, and it seems to be working sort of. A lot of the goals are coming from crosses from deep. So today's live commentary is a home game against Bristol City. Why Bristol City? No particular reason. Who knows? Who knows why I should... Anyway, the Fashionable club, Bristol City, that's who we'll play. Okay, so we go into this game as favourites, with Bristol City looking like they're going to be playing quite a defensive formation, or at least they're going to be playing 3 at the back. So hopefully the false 9 up front will draw out one of those central defenders so that the attacking midfielder can go in past them. We are comfortable favourites for this, by the looks of it. We're starting with David Raya in goal, with Adam Henley at right back, Shane Duffy and Isaac Hayden in the middle, with Marcus Olsen at left back. In midfield, we have Ben Marshall on the right hand side, Corey Evans playing the more defensive role, with Schiavone playing the deep line playmaker role alongside him, and Rob Hall on the left hand side, with Ben Watson playing the attacking midfield role and Jordan Rhodes up front. I do not care what Mark Robbins has to say. Assertive, I want them to win. We should have no problem. Okay, they don't care. Let's pile on the pressure, why not? Assertive, everything. I want them to control, I want them to do everything. I want a performance. Okay, so we're starting with Hall cutting inside on the left, Rhodes dropping into that little hole. Well, that's well intercepted by Brian, and now Bristol City are on the counter within the first 18 seconds. Oh no, it's gone out. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, this could be promising. Oh, it's dropped into the behind Marshall. Oh, saved again, saved. Come on, someone put it in the back of the net, and Hall finishes it off. Oh, finally. My word. Well, everyone was having a go there. But it's Hall with the finish. Keeper was really unfortunate. He's kept 2 of 3 shots out. Okay, so it's a throw-in for Bristol City with Littles out on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Corey Smith. He scythed down there. Marshall with a long ball through to Rhodes. He skipped past one. They've got plenty in, but it's down to Schiavone, who passes out to Marshall. Tries his luck. Now it looks like that little change to what the wide midfield role has really helped out. That's the end of that highlight. Bristol City with... Are you kidding me? Yeah, typical FM. First ever goal, never going to score again in the league, but has to score against you. Oh, what is it? If Jason Steele hadn't pissed me off, then David Ray will be getting dropped for that. It's centre of the goal. How has he not saved it? No words. Marshall with a free kick to Hayden, and it's in. It's in. How well? Kawashima decides he wants to fondle the post a little bit and help the ball in, but Isaac Hayden is robbed of his goal because oh wow. Well, it's a goal. We'll take it. Thank you very much. Oh, looking quite dangerous down this left-hand side. Plays it through to Watson, the ginger maestro. Rhodes. Oh, it's kept it, and he's hit it against the post. What are you playing at? For someone who's got supposed composure. Wow. Well, going in at half-time, 2-1 up from a questionable free kick, but looking good. So, assertive, guard against complacency. What are we going to do? We've got to keep them, leave it as it is, bar Ben Watson, because I'm going to calmly tell him, because he needs his little ego massaging. And Ben Marshall, helping out at the back, clears it up the pitch to Jordan Rhodes with very little support, pings it back to Ben Watson, plays it out to Hall on the wide on the left. Now, is he going to take on his man? He is. He gets shoved over. Some of these tackles look really suspect, and that's my phone ringing. Okay, Kajia down the right hand side. Evans plumps it all the way up the field. Siobhan plays it out to Watson, through round to Marshall. See, he is tucking in, and that's a great ball to Rhodes. He's got a lot to do. Oh, if only he was better at dribbling, he'd have taken on his man there. But that's another chance missed. I'm tempted to bring on... I can't remember his name. That's fucking helpful, isn't it? Well, Bristol City currently spraying it around. It's well cleared. Siobhan plays up to Rhodes, who holds on to it and passes it out to the left-hand side, who gets side down again by little. Hang on, right, well, 80 minutes. Bloody, where the time ran away from me there. So we can see here, this is Ben Marshall. He is tucked in that bit much more. He's playing a bit more in line there. Maybe he should just go on and put him on wing support. I'm really not sure why he's struggling. And 6.5 isn't bad, but by his standards, it's not great. Maybe it's because he missed a clear-cut chance or a number of chances. Right, we're going to... No, in fact, we're going to stick with the wild midfielder attack. We'll change it for the next game. And see... Switch sides, I'm going to put... Oh, no, I'm not. Because he probably needs to come off as well. He's looking at it. I'm going to bring on Kenneth McEvoy. Ben Bamford's also going to come on. We're going to do a triple... Yeah, it's 80 minutes. We're pretty safe. Right, we've got 10 minutes left. See if we can firm this lead up any more, or at least not concede. Had 20 shots. Bloody hell. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's well held by Raya. And that's it. Wow. Okay. Well, that last 10 minutes was very eventful, but we extend our unbeaten run to 8 games in the league. And also, we've now had 5 wins in a row. So... we're going great guns at the moment. Good win. Yeah, that's fair. Let's just keep the morale ticking over. That's the key. And there we have it, confirming. Oh, look at that, sitting atop Burnley. 2 points clear after 8 games, no losses. If you've enjoyed this episode, then tickle that like button for me. And if you'd like to see more of the same, then click that subscribe button. Do the usual follow on Twitter, etc. Until next time, folks, it's goodbye from me. Thanks for watching.